Hi, I'm Cheryl.
Hi, I'm Katie.
Join us for a walk down the Hidden Brook Boardwalk. These trees are growing on a ridge. A ridge is an old beach of Lake Michigan. The trees over here are growing on a ridge also. The ground between the two ridges is low and it holds water, and we call that a swale. This is a ridge swale formation. It's spring and the flowers are starting to bloom. Here we have yellow pond lilies, and you can see them coming to life under the water. Something else that might be under the water is a painted turtle that dug itself down into the mud for the winter. Looking at the terrain here, you can see this could be a tricky hike. We wanted this hike to be accessible to everybody. So, in 2016, a crew of volunteers with Pile Construction created this experience that would be accessible to everybody, all seasons of the year.
This is a tamarack tree, and this tamarack tree is a deciduous conifer, meaning that it is cone bearing, but it drops its needles every fall, and he is just getting his fresh growth in. I always like to tell people that this looks like little fireworks as it starts to open up, and it is the softest, most luxurious feeling tree you will ever feel. Navigated down the Hidden Brook Boardwalk. We've made it to the Bailey's Harbor Range Lights. Right now we're facing the upper range light, which is a larger building that is accompanied by the lower range light, which is much closer to Lake Michigan. Now these lighthouses were built in 1869, and they were built for one purpose and one purpose only: to get ships safely into Bailey's Harbor. Before these lighthouses were built in 1869, there was a lighthouse that was out on the southeastern point of Bailey's Harbor. And that lighthouse sat out on a big scary rock and said, "Stay away!" But it didn't help ships navigate into the harbor of Bailey's Harbor very easily. So they had to come up with a different system, and they came up with these Bailey's Harbor range lights. If you can see all the way down there at the upper range light, there's a white light that is in the top of that building. It's in the tower of that building. And that white light is 17 feet higher than the red light that's located in the lower range light. Now, what ships would do as they navigated into Bailey's Harbor is they would line the white light directly on top of the red light. And when ships lined up the lights perfectly, they knew that they could get into the harbor safely. If the lights were off center or not lined up perfectly, then they knew that they were headed towards dangerous waters. Now, these lighthouses are the reason that a sanctuary even exists in the first place, because there was a 40-acre parcel that was associated with these lighthouses. And when these lighthouses were automated in 1923, the Coast Guard realized they didn't need the land, the 40 that these lighthouses were sitting on. So they gave the land over to the county, and the county then put it out to bid. The highest bidder was that developer who wanted to turn this area into a trailer park. And luckily, thanks to Albert Fuller and the conscious environmentalists in the area, we were able to protect the land in 1937 as Wisconsin's first land trust. So while we hike here at the Ridges Sanctuary, we always have to take a moment to share with you some of our most favorite wildflowers. And especially this time of year, we get the joy of showing you all of the dwarf lake iris that grow here at the Ridges Sanctuary. Now, if you can see these little purple flowers, are dwarf lake iris. And they are a federally threatened species of iris that in their peak blooming time cover the forest floor with a sea of purple.
Now, let's go back to the center.
Joining us for a hike down the Hidden Brook Boardwalk. Stay tuned for upcoming programs. We'll be posting weekly with topics such as frogs and woodcocks and orchids and wildflowers and birds. We're going to be coming at you with everything. Don't miss out. And if you'd like to join our email list, you can always email Drew at ridgessanctuary.org. Thanks for joining us. Bye.